what you gotta say, but don't play. Say what you gotta say, but don't play. Say what you gotta say, but don't play.
What is up, you guys? It's y'all spiritual fairy godmother, and I am back. Okay, except I'm not back with another read. I am back with a weekend vlog, a Sunday vlog. Y'all can see it's so cold in my house that you can literally you can't see it, but I can see my breath. It's so cold. It's actually the end of the night Sunday, so I've already went to work. I've already kind of like did stuff for the day. I actually just got Kamaya in the bed. I'm gonna make me something to eat, straighten up a little bit, clean up a little bit, and end off my night. But I figured, why not do a Sunday vlog for y'all? Show y'all my Sunday. Sit down. Sit. Kennedy. But yeah. So she's in there knocked out. She's in her sleep. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and straighten up, clean up, get myself together. For tonight, I'm actually about to get in the shower and get out of these work clothes. And then yeah, that will pretty much be that for the night. I will check in again with y'all at some other point in life. I have been vlogging today, but not enough to make a full video, so I decided to come on here and do a let's talk about it. Tonight we finna talk about marriage, and not all things marriage. Kennedy, literally as soon as I start filming, she started licking herself like, girl, go somewhere. But yeah, okay, so we finna talk about it. Usually I will tell y'all like how I came up with this topic, but I don't remember today what made me think about this. But cheers. Damn, I'm trying to think. I don't remember what made me think about this topic. I'm kind of all over the place if y'all can't tell. I'm tired. I done got off work. I got food in the oven. I just got out the shower. It's really late, so I'm trying to go to sleep at like a reasonable time, but also get my work done. So yeah, I told myself I was gonna film this video like 3 different times today. I didn't do it. None of the other times I told myself I was gonna do it. So I figured I'm finna get it done. I don't know if y'all could tell. I'm like fidgeting and moving and y'all, yeah. But yeah, so let's go ahead and talk about it. So let's talk about marriage. Oh, I know a little bit of kind of like what made me No, because that's not what made me think about it. But an example that I had for myself while I was thinking about it and processing it for myself was the Elises. I think his name is Deval, and then her name is Kadeem. I follow them on Instagram. I watched their YouTube channel. I first found them on Black Love. It's a show on OWN. They also play it on Hulu. I think they got it on Netflix, but I'm not 100% sure. They might not. But I remember watching an episode of them on Lip Service, which, if y'all didn't know, is Angela Yee, Gigi McGuire, and I don't know who else. I don't know their names, but they do a podcast called Lip Service, and they have guests, and they had those two, the Elises, on the podcast, and they were talking about how Kadeem had got her lick back. And I remember watching that interview and feeling like, dang, like that happened to them, like they dealt with cheating. And then it's like seeing them now, it don't feel fake. Like sometimes being an energy reader, so I can tell, even if the couple looks so happy, I be feeling like, damn, mama, I hate her. But then you be like, no, like they energy just fake type shit. So you can feel when couples aren't being authentic. And for me, watching their interviews, watching their YouTube, watching their Instagram, everything was consistent. Like, we not always good, but we good. Like, we love each other. And me, coming from a person who has just got out of a relationship where I experienced my first real, like, cheating scandal. I don't really think I've ever been cheated on until that time. If I was, it had been like I didn't have proof, or I just thought it, and little things like that. So when I first got with Jonathan, I remember telling him, like, if you ever cheat on me, I'm gone. Like, when we first got together, that was one of the, I didn't give him a speech, but that was one of the things that I told him, like, if you ever cheat on me, I'm gone. I don't do second chances. Like, that's my deal breaker. And that's the thing that ended up happening a couple months into our relationship. Not a couple months, I'd say probably like 4 to 5 months into our relationship, the cheating shit happened. And I forgave him even after I told him, like, I would never forget that shit. And then it ended up happening again. I'll say like 1.5, because the third time I don't really got proof on. So I would say it happened like 1.5 times again, and again I forgave him every single time. To the point where, like, I don't have proof, but even on his deathbed, it could be considered a 4th time where, like, a female popped up at the hospital, like, who are you? Type shit. Talking about, I just knew something was wrong. How? Do you talk to my man every day to the point where he not answering the phone? You came looking for my man? Like, what? So I feel like that kind of plays a big role in how I think about, like, relationships and marriage, just being cheated on in general. And I posted the vlog, and I was talking about Scrappy and how he expects Bambi to just pretty much forget everything that he put her through and be soft and submissive and feminine when he already made her hard, right? So it's kind of been like a build-up of what I've been going through. There's a lot, and I've been thinking about this a lot lately. I kind of want to do a video on that. But, like, there's a lot to my grief that people don't see. I feel like people assume that I just bash Jonathan, and my grief is not as deep as anybody else because I'm always mad at him and because we had a toxic relationship and because we went through shit, and I speak about that. But my love for Jonathan ran so deep. Like, if I didn't love him, we wouldn't have been together through all of that shit. I loved the fuck out of that man. Like, and I don't care how much I talk about what we went through as a couple. We got through all that shit. Like, we was together. You know, that was my child's father. Multiple of my kids. I had 3 miscarriages with that man. Those are experiences that I'll never get back. I'll never be able to go over stories about that experience with anybody who was there, because nobody was there but him. So, you know, it's a lot of shit that I deal with outside of what y'all see. And sometimes I feel like that don't give me a right to still be sad or, you know, post about him, because of, I still think about, even in his death, like, are other women mourning him like I am? Like they nigga gone, because they probably are. Side chick, whoever, like he, you know, they was dealing with him, or they was with him, or they provided him with something and he provided them with something. So they're grieving the same, or, you know, they're grieving however they're grieving. And that's something I gotta deal with in my grief. So when I say cheating really affects you, it affects you. Like, it affects you deeply. And I didn't understand how much it could affect a woman. Shit, I put somebody through this before. Like, I remember the love, like, I almost said the love of my life, but I remember, like, the first time I fell in love. He broke up with me, and after a couple months of him being broken up with me, he ended up getting a new girlfriend. I was stalking his ass on social media. We ended up linking back up. I was fucking on him, and I wasn't even getting shit out of it. Like, he didn't want to be with me. He wasn't giving me no money. He wasn't taking me on dates. Wasn't making me feel good. I was just fucking him because I thought that was gonna make him be my man again and pick me. I ended up writing a girl like, yeah, I'm still fucking dude. And she didn't write back. She didn't say nothing to me. And they still lived their life, or whatever the fuck that it was. And I commend her, because I felt like I made myself look like a damn fool. Like, snapping on this girl, letting her hear me snap on my man. Like, weird shit. But, like, if you was bold enough to do what the fuck you did, knowing that my nigga had a girlfriend, like, why the fuck can't I snap on you? But, like, now where I am, it's like, damn, being with somebody for 10 years, 20 years, like, do men really stay faithful? Do women really stay faithful? Like, if a woman not getting attention from her man, is she gonna automatically go to another nigga? Like, or if a man cheat, like, real life just fuck up and make a mistake, is that gonna scorn that woman? Is she gonna be bitter for the whole marriage? And then cheating ain't even only the thing that ruins marriage. Like, financial problems. Like, damn, like, what if somebody don't know how to manage money? Like, I'm not good with money. I want a man who knows how to handle his money. Like, a nigga that know how to talk money, a nigga that know how to get money and have money, and, like, not even spend money on me, but just know, like, financial literacy that can teach me some shit. Like, that's attractive to me. But it's like, what if you get with a nigga that fall off? Like, I've been watching a lot of homeless shit, and I've been watching a lot of shit about, like, people being on drugs, and I watch a lot of, like, street interviews or prostitute interviews, and I don't know why, just random shit. And a lot of people just talk about, like, falling from grace, like, they could have been all the way up here. But then sometimes people could be a paycheck away from homelessness and shit. And it's just like, shit happens in relationships. Mental illnesses happen. Addiction happens. You know, like, I've been watching so much shit, whether it be shows, whether it be YouTube videos, whether it be documentaries. I love documentaries, especially on people, on real life shit that has happened. Like, I love earth shit too. I like animals too. But I'm more so into, like, human interaction, like people. And one thing, a common thing that I noticed is that people crave love. Like, you know, people crave love and commitment and having your person. But at the same time, like, life ain't never linear. It ain't never just the same. So it's like, can you even really, in a marriage, expect your partner to never cheat, to never fuck up, to never make a mistake, to never abuse you, to never... Because abuse can even be physical and mental and emotional and spiritual. And is somebody always going to respect you? Can you just leave the marriage because they're not respecting you for a year, or because they broke, or because they done got addicted to some shit, because they start going through shit and being depressed and sad and lost somebody, and now they addicted to drinking, now they got alcoholism, and now that's what you got to deal with? Do you leave that person? Because it is dangerous to have them around your children, or to what they can do or how they can treat you when they're angry or when they're upset because of the addiction. But it's like, damn, do you turn your back on the person that you married to? So my question to y'all is, do people still even crave marriage? I feel like they don't. Like, people see marriage like, I'll never get married. I've never heard so many people say I'll never get married before in my life, as what I hear now, as what I see on Facebook. And women my age, like, I'm getting old, I'm 30, you know, like, waiting to excel, like, those women are considered like desperate because they seek a man, because they know the value of a man, because they want a man, because they need a man. I'm a woman who feel like I need a man. My man, not a man, not any man, but my man, my partner. I'm a woman who feels like I need him, like I need my protector, I need my yin to my yang, like I need that. And women nowadays don't say that. We're so independent that we don't feel like we need a man, and men don't feel like they need a woman. Men are out here doing everything by themselves as well, or living how they live. And shit, it's men out here being single fathers and grinding and getting it. It's men out here who are chefs and cooks and can do all the nurturing things and the mothering things that women are out here doing. So I feel like people have kind of turned their back at relationships and marriage, and now everything is about matching energy and being city girls. And I just don't know how we got here. I don't. There are so many broken families. My family is broken. You know, like, I've had children with Jonathan, whether they're, you know, even though they can't be here, I still had kids with somebody, still had babies with somebody, and I'm not with him anymore, unfortunately, because he passed. But I also have Kamaya Sky, and I'm no longer with her father either. And as a kid, all I wanted was for my parents to be together. And I realized that I don't have that for my daughter, but I want that for her. Even if it's not me and her dad, I want a father figure for her who will show up for her, who will make her feel protected and safe, and will teach her about men, and will teach her about the value of herself as a woman, and what it means to really have a man love you and be there for you and not need anything or expect anything, but just love you and treat you like the princess that you are. You know, like, I've always craved that from my father. I've always resented having to be abused by men and having men put their hands on me. And I'm not saying that if you have a father that won't happen, but if you have a father, why would it happen? If a father is in your life teaching you the game, putting you on game, and, you know, meeting your man and making him respect you, maybe those things won't happen. And even if they do, having a father to come defend you, that's everything for a girl, for a woman. And I want that for my child. I know that being in a relationship with Jonathan taught me that, like, I'm not the perfect parent. And I knew that before, but I loved how he interacted with my daughter when maybe I didn't have the capacity to, when I was pregnant, when I couldn't take her to school, when I was depressed. I loved having my support system not only be my mom, which I love, but have that partnership in the home where we live together and we're picking up the slack when one another needs it, and we're not letting each other fall to the wayside. We're not letting each other get consumed in our negativity or in our thoughts. And you can have friends, and it does take a village. You can have your parents, and you can live with people and be connected to a community of people who will help you. But that partnership within the home of, we made this child, even, you know, having that step parent, I feel like they not ever 100% gonna treat your child like theirs. I can't say that. But there's a different bond when that child is yours, you know, when you made that kid with somebody, when it's a creation, you know. And I feel like the child feels that, and it's important. And I don't ever want to stop believing in love. And I feel like I've been through so much in love lately that I could really just give up. I could really just throw the towel in right here and just be like, I'm done. But my belief and my faith and commitment, like, I don't want to believe that my husband is going to cheat on me, even though everything is showing me that even people who have been together for 20, 30, 40 plus years, they husbands and put them through something. It's hard when, even alone, I'm constantly going through something. So again, with somebody, I know that there's constantly going to be things that we're going to go through. Because even by myself, I'm not just always happy. So of course, with added energy, whether that be with added kids, added friends, added businesses, added problems, added blessings, everything comes with something. So it's like, I know that marriage is going to be hard, but I still crave it. I still want it. I still feel like I need it. I really feel like God has just put that desire on my heart. And as a woman, I want to procreate. I want to have a lot of children, and I don't want to have many fathers for my children. I don't want to have to connect with so many different families. I don't want to have to feel as if somebody's not checking on my daughter or loving her as much as I do. And it's scary because those are things that you could fear even in a marriage. There's no guarantee about anything in this life. And I think the uncertainty has ran people away from marriage. It's ran people away from wanting to be committed. It's ran people away from this tradition. And I want, especially my people, Black people, colored people of any kind, any brown people, Asian, Islanders, Indian, I don't know, Mexican, Puerto Rican, whatever you are, however you come, love and companionship and intimacy. It's important for us. It's important for us to find true love. And not even everybody. I don't even want to say melanated people, because really, I mean, I don't even want to say everybody of color. Like, I want to say Black people, because specifically my community has had a timeline with our families being broken apart, our communities being broken apart. And it's sad. We have to learn some kind of coming together. And I feel like that starts in the home, that starts with family, that starts with mom and dad, grandma and grandpa, you know, teaching those kids that this is how we keep a family together. This is how we keep everything in the family, businesses, properties, and love. And that's how you do it with the foundation, a solid foundation. And you can't do that in a single mother home, and you can't do that in a single father home. You need togetherness, you need family, you need brothers and sisters, You do. At least, again, that's my take on it. So drop comments down below about what y'all think about marriage. Is that something y'all want? Are y'all married? Have y'all marriage sustained the test of time? Like, you know, how do you feel about marriage after being married? If you're single, do you see yourself getting married? Do you see yourself happy in your marriage? Alright, y'all, but that's gonna be it for this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Like I said, leave a comment down below. Share it on all your social medias. I'm out of here, y'all.